Here are some location targeting strategies you can apply if you run Facebook ads for your business. Now, I get a lot of questions when it comes to targeting and location targeting in particular. Questions like, should I target a whole country or just my city? Should I target multiple countries? And the answer is, it depends. It depends on your budget. How much do you have available to spend? If you have a small budget available, then I always advise that you focus on your core area or your core location, which is usually your city if you're a local business, or the one place that a lot of customers buy from you or that you get a lot of customers from. Because you have a small budget, you don't want to spread yourself too thin by targeting so many different countries or cities and locations in general. The second thing you should consider is the product or service being sold. Are you selling products that are perishable? If that's the case, you're not going to want to target multiple locations or locations that are too far off that before the product can get to the customer, it goes bad or it gets spoiled, right? So you want to consider the product or service being sold. You also want to consider if you have, even if the product is not perishable, do you have a strong enough unique selling proposition that you can sell this product in multiple countries and people would still buy? Because if you're just selling basic earrings, for example, people are not going to want to buy because they can easily get that in their location, in their city or in their country of location, right? Without having to pay outrageous shipping fees. But if you're selling something custom made, something unique, something that they are not going to find easily in their location, then please go crazy and target as many countries as you want to. The third thing you want to consider is your target market, right? So what kind of people are in your target market and where do they live, right? Where's the bulk of your target market located? You also want to put that into consideration. And finally, your current business goal is important when deciding on the type of location targeting strategy to use. So are you just starting your business and you're trying to dominate your current location? You're trying to gain traction. You're trying to attract your first set of customers. If that's the case, you're probably going to want to focus on the city where you're located because it's going to be easier to convince people to buy when they can just pop over at your shop or place an order now and get it in a couple of minutes or a couple of hours, right? But if you've dominated your current city and you're trying to scale your business, you're trying to enter new markets, then that will determine the kind of targeting strategy you use when it comes to location. And now let's look at some of the location targeting strategies I have for you. The first one I like to call big fish in a small pond, right? So imagine this small pond and then there's a big fish in it, just like the image. Now with this location targeting strategy, your focus is on dominating one location. And that's usually the easiest location for you. So let's say you're based in Lagos, Nigeria, or you're based in London, or whatever city it is that you're in. Your goal with this strategy is to dominate that location. So you want to spend all your advertising budget in that city over time until people think of your brand first when it comes to the specific product or service that you sell. Until you have so many customers from that specific location who know you and buy from you frequently. So the big fish in a small pond location targeting strategy is for when you want to work on dominating one location. And it works great when you're just starting out your business or your marketing budget is not that large. The second location targeting strategy is called entering new waters. And this is pretty explanatory, right? At this point, you're trying to enter new markets. You're trying to reach new cities, new countries, sell your products widely across board, right? And so you're going to be running your ads to these new locations so that you can increase your market size and scale your business. So this is where instead of just focusing on targeting your immediate city, you're going to be targeting multiple cities, multiple states, even multiple countries. It all depends on what your business can handle and the regions you can deliver to. So you can see that we have different types of waters here, right? So that is the goal with the entering new water strategy. When you go over to do your targeting, you're going to be putting multiple locations that your business can serve. The final location targeting strategy we'll be looking at is called selective waters and a wider net, right? And let me explain this. With this targeting strategy, you're not just targeting a city or targeting a country. No, you're going very hyper specific with your targeting things like towns, estates, and neighborhoods to reach the people who live there. And I use this a lot when I'm selling high ticket products for clients, right? So clients that products that have a high price point, and you want to reach people who are reasonably affluent, right? Middle class, high class, and so on. So you would look for specific estates or neighborhoods in the location of your choice. And then you're going to target those estates, those neighborhoods where the rich and famous actually live. Now, when you're using this strategy, you want to ensure that you're not narrowing your targeting too much. Because think about it. If you're only targeting maybe 5 to 10 estates or neighborhoods in your city that have the kind of customers you're trying to attract, then you've already narrowed the audience size, right? You already have a very small pool of people to choose from based on the hyper targeting you've done with your location. So you now want to leave everything else open. Don't restrict your age targeting, leave it broad. Don't target just one gender, target across all, right? And then you can now run that ad like that, knowing that you're focused on just locations and using your creatives to speak to the exact kind of people you're trying to serve. So those are the 3 location targeting strategies I have for you today. Just to recap, the first one is the big fish in a small pond. And here you're focused on dominating one location, usually your immediate location or the easiest location for you. The second location targeting strategy is entering new waters. And think about this as using it when you want to scale your business. So you want to enter new markets, you want to try selling to foreigners, and so on. You need a reasonably sized budget to execute this targeting strategy effectively. And the final one is the selective waters wider net strategy. So you're going very specific with your targeting to neighborhoods, estates, specific streets, and so on. Now, when you're using this targeting strategy, ensure that your net is wide. So even if you're targeting these hyper locations, right, very specific targeting, the rest of your targeting in terms of your age, your gender, detailed targeting, just leave it all broad so that you don't narrow your audience too much and have it find it difficult for your ads to actually run and reach people because you've used such narrow targeting that there's nobody to show your ads to, right? So you can target these specific locations, but ensure that everything else is left broad. These are the 3 location targeting strategies I have for you today. Feel free to leave any questions you have in the comments. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. I share videos and strategies like this to help you run profitable ads on Meta platforms for your business. I'll see you in the next video.